Hello, this is Oshi. Welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be, well, I'm not sure exactly how to title it, but this is gonna be a reading to start 2021 with. I mean, we could say that, let's be optimistic and all that stuff, but I don't know if it's, I mean, can I fake that? I mean, a lot of people are very excited for 2021 because, after 2020, what could go wrong? But I don't know. I mean, I think we're saying that for quite a few years now, and it just goes downhill. So, but anyway, let's be more optimistic than that, a bit at least. So yeah, this is just gonna be a general reading. So I keep forgetting to say that, but take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There might still be messages in the readings, even though if the whole thing doesn't resonate with you. But if you don't feel like what you picked at first is resonating, just choose another deck or pile, and you can go all through all four, maybe, if you want to. So hopefully I'm gonna stay in screen. I have only selected a few cards because I don't want to be this very long. Plus, I still think that the next year, at least the beginning of it, is going to be filled with changes, hopefully positive changes. So for the whole year, we're just going to see big energies, major events possibly, but we'll see what the tarot cards are saying. I have a few tarot cards, and I think 3 oracle cards and an affirmation card, and one of them, my own, is the main energy for that, for the year. So let's see, we have pile number 1 with these 2 crystals. Don't ask me to name them because this is some kind of a quartz with something green in it. Yeah, no. And this probably is citrine. I want to say this is citrine. For pile number 2, we have this row, I will say aventurine, I don't know how you say that, but it could be something else entirely, because I still don't know my crystals. For for pile number 3, we have this smoky quartz, which has some hidden rainbows and gold, tiny, threads in it. Also has a name I don't know at this very moment because I came prepared. And for pie number 4, we have this fluorite, which is beautiful. I mean, all of them are beautiful, but hopefully you can see that on camera. Yeah, so just choose one. Timestamps are gonna be down below with deck lists, and I think I've said everything. Please hit that like button and subscribe, so we will see each other in next year as well. Not like it's gonna be my last, reading before the new year, but whatever. Maybe for you it is, so please subscribe and choose a pile. And I'm gonna be starting with pile number 1. Okay, this is number 2. Oops, I'm gonna put 4 over here, which doesn't matter for you because you're not watching anything, hopefully. So hello pile number 1. If you chose these 2 crystals, what the hell is this? Or first pile, that this is gonna be your reading, and the main overall energy is limited, but it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can mean structure, so we don't have to immediately feel like, oh god, 2020 is continuing, because maybe it just brings, the new year brings structure in your life. We'll have the Chariot. Isn't this deck beautiful? I mean, I will see. I'm trying to see what you see. We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, a lot of balancing between personal and work life. You will need to be mindful of your resources, and maybe, I mean, I wanted to say, you know, spend a bit more because it's in the reverse, and that I would read as greed, but because the Two of Pentacles is here, I think it's just trying to remind you that 2021 is coming after 20, and you're probably, you know, not as well off. I mean, if you are, then awesome, then go ahead and spend more. You're not, maybe, you know, as, God, there's just this bug. You're not so limitless in your financial region. That sounds bad. So you know, just be mindful of what you buy. Don't try not to give in to those urges to buy something immediately because it's there. And you have the Chariot as well, which usually is a forward moving fast energy, at least in other decks, but because we have the snail, it's really just so cute, and the other two energies and the limited with here, I would say that you're gonna make slow and steady progress. There's gonna be a lot of times that you will, you know, feel like you have to do a lot and balancing a lot, and probably the limited and, you know, getting the structure comes in because the whole 2021 is going to be about finding that structure that works well for both your personal life and your work life, or whatever you're, you know, balancing. It could be relationships, but I would just say general, not, it doesn't have a relationshipy feeling, this reading. You have the fulfillment for your oracle card, which is awesome. Let's put it here and hope it shows up enough in... no, let's rearrange things, because why not? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you see and what you don't. And you have the 9 from the Ceccoli Oracle, and I totally forgot to take out the book, so I'm so sorry. I'm gonna find it right now. I mean, where is it? It should be on my... yeah, here it is. But at least I stood up so I can see what you're seeing. And then just stuff around. Oh, the glare. Let's put it over here, then it's not as glary maybe. So yeah, fulfillment is definitely coming in. And I think it's because you will be able to find that, you know, balance in your life. I would say later, you know, not at the beginning of the year, but after you find that structure. And let's see what the 9 in the Ceccoli Oracle is all about. Because she looks like she's, you know, just swinging. Oh, it's a happy place. So yeah, definitely it's a good one. And you will need to find your happy place. It can be, you know, an actual physical place where you feel you're able to relax, because, you know, you will balance a lot. So you will need to find that happy place where you can just kick off your shoes and, you know, let go. But it can be in your mind as well. It doesn't have to be an actual physical place. You don't have to, you know, go somewhere. It can just be mean to take 5 minutes of yourself in a day and learn to prioritize yourself a little. I mean, this might sound as no, it's not a big deal, but it can be hard to learn to find that balance. And, you know, she's swinging back and forth, you know, so she's never exactly in that balanced position, which life is usually not in, you know, that perfect balanced edge of that moment or, you know, thing, but it's balancing, like the Two of Pentacles. Both of them are swinging back and forth. And your affirmation card for the year, which is always a good one to be honest, is success will be found if you hold on to hope. So yeah, please don't be discouraged by this reading, because it's not as bad as it might sound at first. It just means that it's gonna be a balancing act, but fulfillment is coming, so it should be good. But please do check your, you know, monthly readings as well throughout the year, and because those will, you know, clarify the current energies. But for now, for you, this is how 2021 in big picture way is gonna be looking like. It could be worse. It could be better, obviously, but to be honest, in this current situation, I think it's a good one. So hope you think the same as well, and please like this video if you find it useful. Consider subscribing and, you know, sharing it with other people if you think they could benefit from it. And yeah, see you in the next one, or in 2021, and have a lovely year. Seriously, let's have all a better year than we had. Please, fingers crossed. Bye. Jesus. Okay. Whoops. Hello, number 2 or pile 2, if you chose this greenish, you know, crystal, or just pile number 2, this is gonna be your reading. The overall big energy that's gonna play a role in your next year is the divine. So something definitely coming from the upstairs, from the higher ups, and from the upstairs, I don't know why I said that. Your tarot cards are the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, but in the reverse. Oh, it's kind of like a sad reading so far. And we have the Five of Wands as well. For your oracle cards, we have community. Interesting. And the 27 from the Ceccoli Oracle, which we will look up in the guidebook in just a minute. But let's go over your tarot cards first. So, and with the community, I think it's, yeah, for some reason, I think you will need to change people, even if it sounds weird, in 21, because the Five of Pentacles talks about isolation, being left out in the cold, and the Five of Wands is about petty conflicts in everyday, you know, situation when you don't know who's on the same side and who's against each other. You can't really tell if they are playing around or they attacking each other. Usually it's not that heavy card as like the Five of Swords or the Seven of Swords, but it still talks about a community that has disruption in it. But the divine is gonna be coming in, so I feel like, even if it's gonna be hard to let go of these people, because the Six of Swords, which is, you know, slowly moving away from something that was keeping you stagnant, keeping you down, was not working for you, and you don't want to move on, it's gonna happen. But it's in the reverse, and I think it's in the reverse because you don't want to leave these people behind. And if you have, you know, an amazing friend group, then this reading is probably not for you, because this is definitely all about community and finding your kind of people. So definitely value yourself enough to find those people who will be happy for your success and who will lend your shoulder when you need support. Because I feel like you don't, you know, based on the reading, you don't have those people. And let's check the 27. It's compassion, yeah. Get compassion, but not just for other people, but for yourself as well. Yeah, I'm just looking over. But yeah, definitely compassion is in this reading is for yourself. Because you don't have to give other people your bleeding heart for them to, you know, love you. I mean, if that's what they require, then they are not your friend. And just be sure to remind yourself that when you make new friends and you feel it's right, it's because it's guided. I think you will have, you will find people, yeah, and maybe just one. It doesn't have to be a lot of people, because the people we actually connect to, really connect to, the number of those people usually are not that high. At least I don't think that it could be that high, but you know, prove me wrong and get 100 real good friends, all for you. But yeah, that's the reading. And your affirmation for the year with the sunflower, which is lovely, is practice courage every day. And in this instance, I would say it's, yeah, be courageous to say no to people who are not there for you. You don't, you know, you don't have to be a people pleaser to find your community, because if you're just there to please people, then they are not your community. But I think your 2021, it's so weird to say, is gonna be about finding your people, which is nice, because they will help you. You know, when you have your real friends, those who can, you know, just call if you feel really bad, or if you have something silly but something that made you happy, and they will, you know, they won't be like, okay, but they will be like, yes, I mean, we think it's weird, but we're happy for you. That's what you're looking for. So yeah, I mean, that's your reading. It's not a complicated one, but it's an overall big thing to experience. So good luck with that, and just remind yourself that it's a day-to-day thing, you know, but you can do it, because community is definitely at the end of the year. Okay, that was your reading. If you chose the second pile, please like this video if you liked it or think it's useful. Even share it with someone. Subscribe so you can see me in 2021 as well, because come on now, let's be friends. I can be your friend if we're, you know, on the same kind of people. Maybe you're watching this reading because you're meant to be my friend. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and continue with pile number 3. But can you see how beautiful this deck is? I mean, you can't because you already clicked away, but if you didn't, you could say and you could see. Okay, let's see. Pile number 3. Was this? Yeah, right. Jeez. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this smoky quartz with the goldish things inside, and this is gonna be your reading. Your overall energy, oh, it's home. It's probably gonna be finding your home or something like that. We'll see in a minute. Let's check. You're the pile who had 4 sneaky tarot cards, so we'll see why. Oh yeah, we have the 3 of Cups, which is lovely. It's about friendship and support, having people in your corner, which I love seeing in the reading. And look at this card. Isn't it just beautiful? Oh, we have the moon, but in the reverse, so getting clarity on something. I'm assuming it's gonna be, you know, oh, the Ace of Cups, but in the reverse, so it could be something with the relationship. And we had the Two of Wands that came out with the Ace of Cups. I'm very curious. Because this is going to be the romance reading of this reading, romance pile. So let's see what's gonna... You're gonna reach and find security, and with that home energy, I'm not even surprised. Your Ceccoli Oracle card is the 2, which is... I forgot the name of the card, but it's about, you know, getting too distracted, getting too distracted by social media and stuff like that. Because everything is all chirping in your ear, and you know, can't pay attention to what you should pay attention to. So, like I said, overall energy, home, and you will have that security at the end of the year, which is awesome. But let's see. So, like I said, the Three of Cups is about friendship, finding your people, finding your supports, not just finding, knowing that you have those supporting people in your life. It doesn't have to be your family, blood related, because, you know, family is what we make of. It can be anything, it can be animals even. So don't be like, oh, I don't have any friends, because maybe you have a pet, or you have your garden, and you have, you know, all those beautiful plants outside, and that's a community. I think, you know, it's not just something that we tell ourselves. It can be, you know, supportive, because if you go outside and you spend time in nature, you will feel calm. So there's a reason for that. And we have the Moon in reverse, and like I said, even though it's a beautiful card, it's beautiful, it's a tiny squirrel sleeping, it's in the reverse, so you will start to get clarity on something. And maybe because we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse, also a beautiful card. God, I love this deck. And the Two of Wands, you will have a choice to make about a friend. If he or she or they, or I don't know, you know, anything, because we can be anything, is going to be more than a friend. Yeah, you will. And you know, I'm not going to say how you choose, because that's your decision, but you will have to actually make that choice. And you know, if you choose yes, then obviously you're going to be in a relationship, and that's awesome. If you don't, then still doesn't automatically mean that you lose your friend or anything. Just that something about friendship, a friend turning more than some, you know, than a friend, is going to come up in 2021. So don't look at your friends, you know, like, oh, are you going to be the one? Don't do that. Just keep in mind that you might be, you know, given a chance to choose and make that decision, and just be aware of it. I don't want to say anything about, you know, how I see this could play out, because I don't want to make that decision instead of you. Because whatever you're going to make, you're still going to reach that security, and who knows what home and security means for you and how you reach it. This is not the kind of reading when I tell you what to do. It's still just giving you information that maybe if I say you will have this opportunity, you will, you know, notice it, and you will be more mindful about that decision. Because sometimes we're like, oh, I didn't know that you liked me, because even though it was so obvious. But so yeah, distraction, you will need to pay attention to, like I said in the beginning about going out in, you know, being in nature. Take the time to find a peaceful, quiet place from time to time, and, you know, put down your phone for a day or stuff like that. I know that these are challenges people do these days, if they can go without social media for 24 hours and stuff like that, but even if it's a challenge, do it for yourself. Because I think what might block you from making that decision is all that, you know, noise. And just like with this smoky quartz, it just looks like a pretty stone, but it is a pretty stone, but it has even more depth inside. Just like, you know, someone might seem like just a friend in a huge air quote, because being a friend is awesome already, but they can be more. If you may, you know, you have to decide, but there, okay, I'm gonna just stop because I'm repeating myself, but you know what I said. And we have your affirmation. It's frangipani. I bet you don't say that in English like that. And you are truly beautiful on the inside and on the outside, so please remember that. Don't believe anyone who says for a second that you don't, you know, that you won't worth as much as other people. But that doesn't mean you don't have to, you know, try to better yourself. Because we can't be couch potato people and just sit on our asses and just think that that's how life works, because you know it doesn't. But good luck with that, because I'm very curious. Please come back and tell me if you had a romantic relationship, or if you had a friendship that had that potential but you both chose not to, and that's how you found your, you know, something even deeper connection. Because to have that conversation that would require getting honest with someone. Yeah, that was your reading if you chose pile number 3. And please like, subscribe, share and comment, and find me on Instagram and all the good stuff, and see you in 2020 still, because I'm still gonna post videos this year. So don't, you know, just see me next year. Don't be a stranger. Come back and you know, talk to me. And bye. Okay. So hello and welcome, pile number 4, or this fluorite stone pile. Your overall energy is burned out. That's not the best to be, but this, you know, it's probably here to remind yourself, to remind you, to remind yourself to, you know, be aware that you can overdo things, and you might end up burned out if you don't pay attention to yourself. We have the Page of Cups, but in the reverse. Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles also in the reverse. And definitely, yeah, I'm seeing a connection. And the Wheel of Fortune, and also in the reverse. So this is gonna be more of like a warning kind of reading. So don't think that anything I say will happen. No, this is just for you to hear, to do something about it, and to change this, for example, this Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Pentacles, because that's why the burnout is here. We have the Blessings, which is awesome, and number 6 in Ceccoli Oracle, which we'll check in a minute. But let's start with your tarot card. So the Page of Cups is someone who's, you know, is an energy that, I'm going to show you the card because why not? You can look at the pretty card while I talk. So this is an energy that still starts to just learn their suit. And the Cups is about emotions, you know, mastering your emotions, learning how to use them, how to not give in to your emotions when they are overwhelming. And because it's in the reverse, it just means that you're having trouble figuring out, you know, maybe you're closing off yourself because you think that all you have to do, you know, is work. Because 2020 was probably hard, and, you know, you're trying to get out of whatever situation you ended up with. And I'm saying that because the 8 of Pentacles is that time when you're perfecting whatever you're working on, any plans, any job. You're at that stage when you learned whatever you had to learn, and you haven't reached, you know, the goal yet, but you're already at that boring stage where you need to do repeating tasks to perfect whatever you're doing it. But it's in reverse because you're overdoing something and missing out on an aspect that would tune in your emotions that's related to the project. So maybe you reach that Eight of Pentacles and you just got, you know, too repetitive, and you're at a stage where you're just, you know, like I said, you just work and work, and you know you have to, and you know that one day you will advance and you move forward, but you don't know what's keeping you at place. And it's because you probably lost the enthusiasm and, you know, the happiness, the fulfillment feeling that you used to have. Because if you know, if you're coming out from 2020 as someone who experienced quite a lot of loss, especially financially, you would be like, no, I can't think about what I want or how I feel about what I'm doing, because I need to, you know, I need security, I need to do whatever I need to do. And sometimes we need to do that. But you will have blessings throughout the year, throughout next year. Maybe not big ones immediately, you know, you won't be like, oh, I won the lottery, not something like that, but something, you know, small things that can give you back the hope that you feel like you've lost. Because we have the Wheel of Fortune as well, which is a very fortunate card when it's in the upright, but in the reverse I would say that it's missed opportunities. But like I said, it's not fortune telling in that sense that this is just giving you information. So now that you know that if you keep up doing the same thing the same way as now, you will be missing opportunities. So you have to stop and find that emotional drive that you used to have for, I can't say that it's your day job, it can be a hobby that you're hoping to turn into a job or something like that. You have to find that emotional drive and charge forward with that again. So when you find that, you will change this Wheel of Fortune and you will find those blessings as well. If this makes sense. I mean, it makes sense to me, so I hope it does to you as well. Let's check the Ceccoli Oracle. I think it's Ceccoli. Sounds like a Ceccoli, isn't it? Innocence is the name of the card. Don't ask me why, but if you think about it, it's a child naked. Don't think about it. Oh, jeez. No, I just meant that it's about vulnerability. Vulnerability. Oh, jeez, that's a word. You know, being vulnerable. Now, see, I can go work around hard words like that. But it's, yeah, it's the light, the upward meaning is, if you have a decision to make it from a place of trust, and that trust is trusting something that it's gonna work out. You know, don't just think negatively if you can. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but like I said, try to find that emotional charge, emotional, what's the word, fuel that could light that fire that you had, so you don't end up with burnout, but you will also, you know, you can also change this into happiness. But you will have to, you know, notice those little blessings as well, not just the big ones. And your affirmation card for the year is simple, but you have what it takes. So yeah, be more confident in that plan that you think it's not gonna work out, because it's gonna. You have blessings and you have that as well. So yeah, that's your next year. It's not gonna be that hard or that difficult, even if it sounds scary. It might sound scary, you know, because it requires trust in, you know, things working out, and sometimes we find it very hard. I mean, I'm the same. So even if I see 6 readings that tells me that it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, and I'm still a human being, and I still, you know, have worries. So I know that just because I'm saying it, hey, it's gonna be okay, you can be like, yeah, how do you know that? Well, you can find me and get a personal reading if you want to, because I offer free personal readings as well. I haven't said that for the other pies, but for some reason it's important for you to hear. So look me up if you need more help, more detailed, more personal help, because I would like to help you. Please like this video if you find it useful or it, you know, resonated with you. Subscribe, and see you not just in 2021, which is so weird to say, but in 2020, because I'm gonna post more videos before we finish this year because there's still a month to go. Oh god. But anyway, so yeah, that was your next year reading, or at least the big main theme of it. And yeah, have a lovely year, please. Please, yes, please try to have that. And see you later, and see you in the next one, and have everything work out for you and all the jazz. Bye.